Hi, Courtney. What brings you in today?
Um, so I think I'm just really struggling with, um, I want to say work-life balance, but it's more of like a school, kids, work, my recovery stuff. I'm just having a hard time figuring out how to do all of this at one time.
Sounds like you are feeling stressed.
Yeah. I mean, it is stressful trying to figure out how to manage all of these things at one time. It's just I have so much on my plate and so many responsibilities, and it's just really hard to navigate sometimes.
It sounds to me like you're doing a lot of things and you're trying to get them all done at one time.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff overlaps, honestly. Um, having classes twice a week and recovery meetings on Monday. I sponsor people
Uh-huh.
in recovery, and making sure my kids are where they need to be with all of their extracurriculars. It's just a lot.
Hmm. What do you think about organizing them in some fashion?
Well, that's kind of what I've tried to do for this long, at least. With during undergrad, I had the same issue. It's just I feel like now with grad school, it's a lot more amped up. I have a lot more material to read, a lot more having to meet up with partners on, just random days. And it's just hard to figure out where everything fits in. So, um, yeah, it's tough trying to navigate it, like I said. And yeah, I guess I need to find that a good flow, I guess you could say.
So, do you see yourself accomplishing tasks or they all seem half finished?
I wouldn't say half finished, but I mean, I definitely accomplished them, and I have good grades. I have great grades. It just takes so much effort to make sure that I meet the mark with everything that I'm doing. So I just feel like it takes a lot out of me.
So, what I'm hearing is you have a certain standard that you're trying to meet.
Yeah, and I guess you could say that I hold myself to high expectations, and I know that may not be super wise or ideal, but I've just always been that way, and that's how I tick. And um, yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself for sure.
How have you dealt with the pressure in the past?
Well, that's a good question. I try to find ways to decompress, whether that is going to the gym or honestly church, hanging out with friends whenever our schedules align, which is rare. But yeah, I try to find ways to de-stress in a sense.
So, one thing I heard is you might have some help in a spiritual sense.
For sure. No, without leaning on the Lord, I wouldn't be where I am today, for sure. And that's a huge part of who I am and what I'm about. And um, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to manage all of this if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Him. So yeah.
What do you think he would say about the stress you're placing on yourself?
Uh, honestly, this too shall pass is the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah, like this is not gonna last forever. It's temporary, and
I like that.
yeah. So I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on reality when it comes to all of the things that I'm doing. I guess I just need to keep focused and realize that this is not going to last forever.
So what I'm hearing is your focus is spread over many tasks, and to center that focus on one task at a time is challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is challenging, especially whenever events are close together or things don't line up properly, and if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, it is challenging.
Do you ever feel like you're doing enough?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm doing way too much sometimes, but do you mean in like every...
The other side of that question is, do you ever feel like you're not doing enough?
Do I ever feel like I'm not doing enough? No, I don't think so. I think that I put the right amount of effort into each task.
I see.
Yeah, but it's just a lot, and I feel like sometimes I need to talk it out with somebody and
I see.
and realize that it's just I'm doing what I need to do. It's just sometimes it's going to be hard, I guess.
If I had to ask you one thing that you believe is most important in these myriad of tasks, what would that be?
That's a tough one. I think first and foremost, I know that I have to be Christ-centered. So attending church and singing practice, because I don't know if I mentioned that. I also sing
Spiritual
at the church.
maintenance.
Spiritual maintenance, that's right.
It's the most important.
But I mean, right from that, I mean, being a mother comes before anything, and then school for sure.
Well, it seems like venting is something that is very important too, and in summarization, the task of school and church and recovery and motherhood is going to be a task on anyone all at one time. And I believe that sitting down and sharing is one of the most clarifying things, because you're able to talk about each one, and that helps you to isolate each thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, talking it out is also like super cathartic in a sense. It's like once I verbalize it and let it out, I no longer have to carry it with me. Does that make sense?
It's all in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. And that does, it takes a big weight off my shoulders. So I guess that's why I'm here today.
Well, I've really enjoyed speaking with you. I am still curious that if you scheduled more counseling sessions, if that would be the fix.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super helpful, and I plan to continue to schedule appointments just so that I can, like I said, get it off my chest and not have to carry it. And I think that's also part of my decompressing process. So, for sure.
Maybe the decompressing process is, like you said, sharing that you're stressed and recognizing that there are other people that feel the same way.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And yeah, I know I'm not alone. So, thank you for that.
We are coming to the end of the session here. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we go?
No, not that I can think of.
Well, thank you so much for being so open and honest with me, and look forward to seeing you again.
Thank